everyone, it's Julie here from Live for Art for my third very big 26 inch by 56 inch canvas, third in a row, third in 4 days, and I've been learning each time how to actually try to move the paint on the canvas for a Bloom swipe. So the first time I swiped out this way from a centre line, and it looks good, but I've got all these wispy bits where I've sort of dragged the paint over. And so then I swiped this way here, and I actually did some wavy little swipes, I think on 1 inch in the end as well. And that, I really like it, but again, all the lacing and cells have all got crunched up as I've tried to move it. So I've got an idea that I could, rather than putting the colour all over the canvas, I'm just going to put it in one section and not in the middle, so that I can move it one way and then down, rather than going back and forth, which is where the pressure on those cells, those lines, that's going to really compacting them. So I've got things on here so it stays in focus just while I get, and I'm going to use less of the base paint as well. So let me get a few things out of the road. Might just leave those on there while I pour at this end. I have tried to put a couple of pad things under here just to try and keep it up, because the paint's so heavy it really presses down. I think that's okay as that is. Okay. And also so far up the other end. It's just about a matter of working out how much paint I'm going to need to help it all move. That's sort of about where the design's going to be. How much paint to put on? I'm going to go to about there, because there's so much paint that just moves down the canvas. Doing a big pour is so different to doing a smaller bloom swipe. So I'm just going to take that end a little bit, and then I'm going to come back. So I'm going to move that around and see how that feels. So much less paint than other times. Down here. Okay. Now this is the colour that I am really liking the most. It's called Metallic Waves, and I'm really going for a little bit of a sea feel. So actually I'm going to work out from there rather than define the outside lines first, because I got into trouble with that last time. So this is introducing this phthalo blue. No, it's not phthalo blue. It is a Payne's grey. It's a very blue shade of Payne's grey. And so this is a new addition to the team, to the paints from my last one. This one here is even though I said I wasn't telling you what they were, this one is the Prussian blue. So I'm trying to not leave white spaces between. I can cover some of those back up again in a minute. This is the taffy. So look at my other videos about really big bloom swipes, because you'll see that I've really modified how I'm doing things, and I did test and I prefer the lines rather than just the chaos on this particular version. Okay, so I think I need to put a bit of this light colour next to the dark one. Still less than last time, but let's hope that I can move it without it banking it all up. So my idea was I'm going to go this way first to take that to the edge. Actually, maybe I'm not quite going that way first. Always put more white paint on over there. Okay, so I'm going to take it this way. Well, there's plenty of paint still. I hope that it doesn't get too bunched up. As I go, I might just go a little bit that way. Because I need to get that off the end. Maybe that's enough off the end. So I really want to keep the white space. So the idea is I don't have to go back and do this other side. I think this is going to be better. I'll get that corner though. To see on the edges here. That is great. Okay, so now where's the paint down that end? So I'm really happy with where the painting has got to at this stage, and I've only really got a small amount that I need to do. I need to work out how to get the white paint off the edge and to move the design over closer to the edge. In doing so, I end up taking a bit of it off, which shapes the actions that I'll do later on. I felt like it needed to be more balanced and come off at the top as well. Fortunately, the camera stopped, so you don't see me doing that little bit of it. But what you're seeing here is just some of the movement down again, getting closer to that edge. And I decided to take some of the white, just spread the white paint manually as a way of getting it over the edge and thinning it out. It is still quite thick in that blue section, and I
as I said, I've moved it closer to the camera to come over this edge a little bit. So apart from fixing up all the edges that I'm doing just here, there is one more motion that brings that bit forward. But see the waves effect that we're getting there. That was interesting, that where I started each new swipe, we have that thing that looks like a bank of waves. But look at all this wonderful, wonderful detail in the close-up. If I was replicating this, I might just put some of the pink and gold on even thinner to really look even more like reflections in smaller patches rather than large ones. But overall, I'm really, really happy with this. Oop, there's some eyes there. All sorts of different shapes appearing. And I'm happy that it does look like water. And of course, when you see it all together, as I mentioned, the waves effect is really quite good. So here it is up on some walls, which is a good way to see what it looks like. And I think out of the three, this is probably the best one. And I think I can still go further. So maybe one day soon I'll do a fourth one and even perfect it more. But I hope you enjoyed seeing that and my explanations of the learning process. Thanks for watching.